Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Okay. Las Vegas Raiders have one of the worst rosters in the NFL going into 2025. So I'm gonna put my own little spin on it. To be quite frank with you, most exciting pieces of this team: Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, and that's about it. There's not really much to look forward to on this team, but we're gonna go in.
Use the options on the left to edit league settings.
We're gonna
And choose
rebuild
what
this
role
team,
you
and we're
want
gonna
to run
try
the
and
show
bring the
as. A
Raiders
coach
to a Super
or an
Bowl.
owner.
Something that they haven't been able to say since 2000, since the 2000s, and even then they lost badly to the Buccaneers. We're trying to get them their first playoff or their first Super Bowl win in a long time. But first, you gotta welcome in the legend, Michael Bentley. I already know how he does. Gotta bring in the legend, man. This guy, 6'5", 225 pounds. That's not my coach, dude. That's not my pitch. I'm gonna have to fix that. Skill level, obviously, Madden. Just in case we do jump in, that probably will not be the case until we get to the playoffs. Trade difficulty is on very easy. Deadlines off. Cap it's on. Motivation impact non-verification settings disabled. And coach Byron's off. Career clock. All my optimal settings, and we're gonna get in this league. And now I need to go ahead and edit my coach. Because that's not my face. I mean, none of these faces are my face. This face is my IRL, my real life face. You can see my face on some videos I posted. I don't know. This is just the face that I've always worked with. All right. Obviously, when we look at the roster, my number one guy is Brock Bowers. And then we have Jackson Powers Johnson. And then on defense, Max Crosby. Now, I don't want to do the size 3-4. I think I'm just going to do base 3-4. And we're going to go ahead and rock from there. But yeah, there's really not much to look forward to on this team. Like I said, team's really bad. And I think the first thing we're going to do, first line of work, we're going to look at this Christian Wilkins contract and see if we can maybe possibly get rid of him. And I mean, these contracts are horrible. So much guaranteed money that the penalty will be so horrible. We lose $50 million because we're taking on this ridiculous contract. So I'm going to restructure his contract. I'm going to turn half of the signing bonus into total salary so we can go ahead and get more money by trading away Wilkins. And first things first, we're going to go to week 1 and we're going to go ahead and import my draft class. And one thing is for sure, if I've fixed up more of the 2026 draft class. I've added more quarterbacks. I added more receivers. This is how it's looking so far. The quarterbacks, Arch Manning is probably not going to be there, but these are just some of the names. Name value: Arch Manning, Drew Aller, across the back, Kate Cutler, DJ Lagway, Sam Levitt, Lamar Sellers, Ty Simpson, Devin Brown, Dante Moore, Gunnar Stockton. those are some of the quarterbacks in there. For receivers, we have Ryan Williams, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Eric Singleton, Jordan Patterson, Denzel Boston, Zach Branch, Malachi Coleman. Uh, just some of the names. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and import the 2025 draft class. Get back on. And yeah, I don't know if we draft a quarterback. We're just going to use one draft class, and it's the 2025 draft class, and then we'll use CPU from now on. And I'm actually going to go ahead and fix that, make sure the CPU draft classes are good. All right, yeah, we're going to go to mid-season. We're going to see how we're doing there. Ooh, wait, I want to fix something real quick. Best way to get Brock Bowers most catches is to have him at slot receiver. We're 0-2, by the way. I don't care. Make sure Brock Bowers is getting the most by putting him at slot receiver. Because why not? And now we're going to go to midseason. Here we are. We're 3-4. We've gotten some wins on the season, and the division's actually very wide open as of right now. Donovan Peoples-Jones is leading the track. Interesting. Gardner Minshew's not doing as bad as I thought. Brock Bowers not doing much. Gonna see why that is. Probably needs to be listed as a receiver on the roster as well. So I will do that. I'm going to list Brock Bowers as a receiver. I'm going to have him as our number. I want to see. So. Let me see how this looks. Brock Bowers demoted, so to be promoted. Let me see how this works. This is basically very experimental. I don't want to stun his development by any means necessary. I don't want to stun his development at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to week 13 and see how it looks for Brock Bowers and his development to see if putting him at receiver maybe sparks it. We're already in the Rams playbook, so it's going to target top two receivers a lot. As we are 4-7, gonna see if that changed anything. The league is so weird this year. And all right, Brock Bowers is getting a lot. So good. Good work. We're gonna go. Hopefully we lose. Keep losing. The division is so up for grabs this year. It's not even funny. The AFC West. So I don't know. It's just a really bad division this year. Which is a little interesting because the AFC West is one of the best divisions in the league. We do go 5-12. It's good, but we are a very bad. I mean, there are a lot of bad teams, so 5-12 now. Got it. Gardner Minshew, Brock Bowers had a very great season. Generated a lot of sacks again. I got some development out of. I got some playing time out of Christian Wilkins. We're gonna trade him. Now the season is over for most of the teams that are not in the playoffs. We're gonna see what we can do by selling him here. We do free up a lot of money from doing it, so we'll get this contract situation. See if we could get the Bears draft picks. They're not in the playoffs, so we're gonna go ahead and see if Christian Wilkins in the second is enough, and it is. And we already have 2 top 15 draft picks as we freed up pretty decent amount of money. Again, it looks like I'm going to go with the same approach. We're going to build this team through the draft, develop these players. We're going to take our sweet time with it. We're not looking forward to anything here in the near future, especially playing in the AFC West. So yeah, it was a little easier with the Titans because they were in a very bad AFC South, but it's not going to be the case here. We got to go ahead and take our time. We have $160 million,
These players are
and
your
there are some
last
players
pick.
we can
Choose from
sign.
4 picks in
Trayvon
the
Warwick,
first
I'm
pick.
okay with signing. That's a pretty decent deal. Same thing with Nate Hobbs. I really do think he's a good corner. Um, could develop more. Jordan Meredith, I'm okay with signing. I'm gonna look at Roberts Fillaine's captain, keeping most of our teams, keeping most of the players here. Darnay Holmes, I'm not giving a 76 overall card $7 million. I think I'll sign Marcus Epps. He's really interested in coming to the team. Um, Alexander Madison's here. We do need to get a running back. Could use a little realism and maybe go. Probably go in the same direction. I'm gonna go ahead and re-sign these depth players. Andrew Pete is a backup. He's also depth. Darnay Holmes. Come back. I think that's it. Looks like we're gonna go to. We have $122 million to spend. Maybe if there's a young player here that can be on our team while we rebuild. We're just not good this year. That's basically what it is. Lost a lot of players in free agency. We're going clean house as Cameron Bynum's here. I'll probably go for Cameron Bynum. And now we can find a way to get rid of Marcus Epps. If we do get him, he wants to compete for a playoff spot. Plain and simple, the Raiders are just not that team. We're not going to be able to compete for a playoff spot. Not now, probably not within the next 2 or 3 years. It'll be a while before we return the form. So we're ready. We'll go ahead and move out. Cameron Bynum does decide to come here for a 5-year, $45 million deal. And now I'm going to see what we can do to try and get rid of Trayvon Warwick. We just signed him. Maybe we can somehow find a way out of this contract. We're not paying a lot of people, which is good. Jacoby Myers, it looks like he's running out. Again, we could trade him away as well, free up some money. We're sellers here. Like I said, here at this juncture, we're not going for any significant players. They're over cap. There's a lot of teams over cap. Yeah, like I said, we're sellers. I would happily deal Jacoby Myers away for a first-round pick. Trading away Jacoby Myers, we free up some money. We're looking at possible savings. Gardner Minshew, we save a little bit of money. I'm willing to take this penalty. I'm not willing to pay a quarterback $14 million. I'll take the $1 million penalty. I'll take the negative $1 million net release, and we'll just have the quarterback off the roster. Andre James moves with the release year 75. We're being paid $8 million. I think we can actually bear the contract. Plain and simple, the team is not good. We're losing more players than we're gaining, which is actually what I intend to do as this contract here for Marcus Epps. It's not crazy. We do have a big player release penalty, so I think paying him $5 million isn't bad. We'll keep him on the roster. I do want to look. Check out the draft class as we have a lot of needs. Now, do those needs involve taking a quarterback? I don't know. Probably not. I probably want to go in the same direction and just continue to build around the quarterback and then get the quarterback when the team is ready. Because the thing about getting a quarterback, the best way to complete a rebuild is to get your quarterback last. Get your quarterback last or close to last in the first round. You're going to have 5 years to build a team around the quarterback before you have to re-sign that quarterback. So it's always better to get your quarterback last, which is probably what we'll end up doing here. As you know, we do need a right end now. Abdul Carter's here. We couldn't use receivers. Obviously, there's Matthew Golden later. There's Trey Harris. There's Isaiah Bond. It's really good. Need offensive linemen, obviously. Tackle is where it's at with Will Campbell, Calvin Banks, or Armand Mimbo. Um, Cornerback, if we do take a cornerback, we have Denzel Burke, we have Will Johnson. Right now, it looks like our biggest need is just building around offensive line, receiver. Those are some huge needs for us. I don't know if we'll draft a quarterback this season. I'm being 100% honest with you. It's probably not likely that we draft a quarterback. Even if it is in the third round, I think it's better that we continue to build around the quarterback. So it looks like it's optimal to stay exactly where we are. We're going to take some of the Browns picks here, trading up 7 picks. We're also going to complete another trade to probably get that pick back as well. Maybe we get a pick that's a little bit behind Cleveland's pick to see if they're doing anything interesting. We'll take 3 first-round picks this year. I'll go ahead and try and get to 12. Get right in front of Cleveland. Working with the Cowboys, they missed the playoffs. It looks like they don't have any capital. I'm willing to put one of my third rounders up here to complete the steal. I want to see how this works then. All right, I'm going to put my third rounder up there. Get a first, get a second. There's a lot of picks moving right now. I'm going to start the draft.
Every career starts as a dream.
Now, obviously, Travis Hunter's here. If he does make it to our pick. Quinshon Judkins. Quinn Ewers goes number 1 overall by the Jaguars, by the way, which is interesting because they do have Trevor Lawrence on a ridiculous contract. Do we take Will Johnson here? Or do we shake the board, go with Travis Hunter, get a receiver? And I think it's smarter to go with the cornerback here. I want to go with Travis Hunter. It's not smart. I think we wait. He might fall to 6. That's where we'll probably get him. But it's better to take Will Johnson here. As he does fall. Again, I still don't know if I take Travis Hunter, who is still here on the board. I don't know if I take. I think I wait. I think I'm going to shake up the board again and go with Abdul Carter, who is right here. Go with Abdul Carter. Travis Hunter likely doesn't make it the next 7 picks, if I'm being completely honest. He might go with the Saints. He could go with any of these teams, but he might go with the Saints. As Travis Hunter goes to the Titans. Interesting. Now here, do we take a receiver? Do we take a running back? Do we take a linebacker? Do we take a guard? We take Armand Mimbo, take Will Campbell. I think we might go with Will Campbell here. Will Campbell, good prospect, very good prospect. Beef up that offensive line. Let's keep doing it. Let's go to the 2nd round. Wait, let's not go to the 2nd round. I'm going to trade back up with the Browns with one of my picks and see if I can get a defensive tackle. Looking with the Browns right now, see if we could try and trade up. Maybe this turns into our defensive tackle of the future. Deion Walker actually went already. I didn't see that. So now it's either we try and trade this pick back for picks next year or we're in a weird spot. Could go Harold Perkins. I want to wait on my ideal receiver. I think I'm going to go with Harold Perkins, trading back up. Harold Perkins seems like the guy here. Seems like the right one. We're going to go with Harold Perkins. Perfect value, actually. Get the pick 6. We could easily trade one of these picks back. Ideally, I'd probably want to go receiver, and then that's it. Trey Harris is still here. And that's the only receiver left. So it looks like we are going to go with Trey Harris. We're going to select Trey Harris. First round talent on Trey Harris, so that's good. We get our player. Get our receiver. Tyler Warren goes very early. Looks like we're going to trade this pick back. Maybe with a team that I don't think will do good. Maybe we'll get a top pick for that team for next year. Tennessee.
gentlemen, we have a trade.
Tennessee's going to make back-to-back picks. 3 picks in 4 attempts, so they're going to get a lot of players here in the second round, and I'm fine with that. Do we take Genty? Do we take a running back at all here? I think based off of the last one, I think we do. I just don't think we're going to go with running back now. I think I'm going to go ahead and select A.J. Washington as of right now. We're going to take A.J. Washington. And then our next pick in the third, and then our pick in the third round is going to be a running back. And I think we're going to go Travion Henderson if he's still here. And yes, we're going to go Travion Henderson. Very good fit, very fast running back. Getting him all the way down at this pick is very valuable. Malachi Starks actually fell out the second round. It's interesting. Let me see if there's any other guards here, tackles, anyone. No. I'd probably go Luke Shaw, maybe. Shaw looks like somebody that could possibly develop into somebody serviceable or even just a trade bait. Luke Shaw. Gonna take Luke Shaw here. We're gonna go ahead and go to the end of the draft. We made all of our picks. We have 3 first rounders, 2 second rounders, 3rd rounder. That's it. We're just gonna see how that looks. 3rd rounder. That's it. Here we are. Very nice draft, actually, as we had 81 Will Johnson, 82 Abdul Carter, possibly 80 Will Campbell, Harold Perkins, Trey Harris, Trey Washington, Trey Henderson. I'm gonna fix
This
Trey
player's
Henderson.
development trait is hidden. Put him in your...
Gonna fix Travion Henderson here. Travion Henderson's a very nice pass catcher. I don't know why he's so low rating, but we're gonna fix that. We're able to get our running back. I'm gonna move Will Campbell to left guard. Also, I'm really hoping the Titans don't do good this year because we do have their 1st round pick. And again, we're doing the same strategy. We're just building around our quarterback. That's what these 4 first round picks are for. Will Johnson, Will Carter, Will Campbell, Harold Perkins. So we get more offensive line help. Will Campbell's now 80. Will Johnson, 81. Got somebody to rush the passer alongside there. I really wanted to get a defensive tackle. I missed out on both Mason Graham and Deion Walker, which is not, the best thing in the world. I definitely could have played that a lot better to try and get who I needed to get instead of looking at what I wanted to get, as Shador is on the Jets again. We're going to refresh. I think Rob Bowers is an X factor now, so that's good. We need more receivers. We need so many receivers. Oh my goodness. Oh, so many receivers we actually needed. I need to look and see how bad that is. Good Lord. Okay. We need so many more receivers, so I'm going to go. That's what we're going to go after here. I'm going to turn auto upgrade off actually in a second. I'm going to go after some receivers. We're going to go after Bo Melton. Greg Dortch. Tim Patrick. It's a lot more ideal. And then I'm also going to sign a free agent defensive tackle because I know we need one. Maurice Hurst. Refresh the roster now. Now we have more receivers, so that's good. Team's at 83. I expect that they can be competitive. Don't get me wrong. I really do expect the team to be competitive. I just don't expect the team to be good. We are 81 overall. We're gonna do rushing attack. We're gonna do these training camps for all of our guys. Travion Henderson is really fast. Being able to get to the outside. It's gonna be our running back for years to come, guys. He's gonna be our running back for years to come. I really do think that there's a lot of potential with these players. As once I get, there's gonna be a lot of rebuilding coming on the channel. I think I'm gonna do. I don't know what team I'm gonna do next. Somebody let me know in the comments what team I should do. I think one of the hardest teams to try and rebuild in Madden is probably the Saints, just because of the cap space issue. Because the Saints really, they don't have a lot of money in cap. They're paying a lot of bad money. They have ridiculous contracts out there. So I think the first order in business would probably be to try and get out of as many contracts as possible if I get to the Saints. But if y'all want me to rebuild the Saints, just let me know. Yeah. Travion Henderson is going to keep running. I probably might take a nap later. I didn't get good sleep last night. I got like 2.5 hours of sleep. I didn't get any sleep last night. Like, at all. 2.5 hours. Like, dude, I'll probably shower, then I'll make some lunch after this rebuild. And stay on the lookout. That hasn't called. Oh, actually, for a second. Give me a second. Back. Got that drill done, Travion Henderson as well. All that. Receivers. Let's go. Trey Harris. Trey Harris is going to be that big receiver on the outside. Our quarterback is actually not defined yet. I don't know if I want to roll with Aiden O'Connell. But that is a pretty good throw. It's just better playing coverage. I don't know if I'm rolling with Aiden O'Connell yet. You know, if Aiden O'Connell does good enough and gets up to star, again, it's really easy to upgrade a quarterback. If he gets to star, we'd actually be looking at a very interesting conversation about possibly being our franchise guy. It'll be interesting. Nice catch. Trey Harris obviously has ways to go with his route running, as you can see, but you know, he's had a couple moves. It's a flag. Just gonna come back and get the big, get some points. Very sharp cut for Trey Harris. Good play. Nice. Nice. Let's see if we can take a deep shot here. He blazes past him. That ball's underthrown. We'll try again. That's a perfect pass. Nice. Let's push forward for the big red circle. But it's all right. It's all right. Trey Harris is up to 7 gate activists in a second. That's like it. Chase tackle with AJ Washington or Harold Perkins, depends. Oh man. I'm going for AJ Washington. That's our middle linebacker. I want Harold Perkins to be rushing. So let's get it going. And this is a very nice test to try and tackle a fast player like Travion Henderson in the open field. So stuff like stretches, tosses, it'll be interesting to see how AJ Washington fares against that. First play is a fumble. AJ Washington, very nimble, pretty fast. Able to get through that gap right there, but changed his route. Can't do that. It's not how this drill works. You have to run the design play. Travion Henderson. He is small. It'll be interesting to see how he fares as a power running back. But you see guys like Jalen Warren, Ashton Genty's also a smaller back, but he's powerful. Look at that pursuit. I went to the wrong side and I ran all the way over and got there very quickly. Shoot for this gap. Very nice. Interesting. And he cut back. Look, that's the thing I'm talking about. The cutbacks are unrealistic. You cannot do that. Can't catch up. Look at that speed in the open field. What the hell? Oh, nice. Oh, I got it. It's not sealed necessarily yet. That's why. Believe it or not, there still is a way for me to sell this. Look at this, dude. Look at this. Unbelievable. Go figure. Okay. I'm going to do DB battle. I'm going to do it red zone yards. Will Johnson. A lengthy, fast cornerback. Look at this, bro. Look, this is what I'm talking about, bro. I box him out and still got past. Just the stuff they give to the CB is ridiculous, dude. What is that? We just Honestly. Oh, I tried to jam my stomach back. Like, what the fuck? It's a small ass receiver, dog. Yo, triangle, hello! Okay. Now he's a maneuver player. What are we doing? Fucking dumbass, dude. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Close to me. What are we doing, dude? What are we doing, bro? Now you're spamming up. Cool. All right. That was freaking out. Okay. All that for one skill point. I'm gonna go ahead and turn auto upgrade off so I can do it myself. I'd rather do it myself. Wait. Reorder depth chart looks like it's on auto. I feel a disturbance in my franchise settings. Hold on. Reorder depth chart. Set that to manual. And now I'll go to preseason week 4 to cut my players.
Here are some recommendations to get.
Let's see how the depth's looking. Don't need a left tackle. Need a left guard, but we have to do centers. All right. It's like our offensive line is already. Depth-wise, at least, everybody. We need a left end. Need a right end. We got us on the backup left end and right end. Do that now. Move Harold Perkins to the right because he's behind Max Crosby. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to the right and then switch one of these players. I'm going to switch Tyree Wilson to the left. So left end and right end cornerbacks, we got 10 of them. Free safeties, we have 3 of them, and strong safeties, we have 5 of them. So cut. Now I need to go after a left and a right end. Into the depth chart pass. I think we're going to rock with Aiden O'Connell as a starter for this year. It's much better. He sucks, so he can get another high draft pick. Tired. I need food. Cameron Jordan, we'll sign you. Why not? Good that. All right, we got 4 more players to cut. Let's see how many running backs we have on our roster. Let's see how many quarterbacks we have on our roster. We have 2. Okay, how many running backs? Cut 1. That's Chris Collier. I'm gonna go ahead and cut. One more corner, and then we are good. Now it's time to go fix my depth chart. My slot receiver is going to be Trey Harris. Starting receiver is Trey Harris. Power running back Travion. 3rd down. 3 down running back Travion. Rush left end is Will Carter. Max Crosby right here. And then Max Crosby. Oops. And then Max Crosby and the Will Carter right here. Harold Perkins. I want my sub linebacker to be AJ Washington and then Harold Perkins. Slot cornerback, I'll let it be Jack Jones. I like Jack Jones in the slot. Will Johnson's 3rd option. I have Will Johnson is my number 1 corner. I think we're set for this season. I just got to go ahead and get my board ready. Players to upgrade before we get into the season. We have Aiden O'Connell. Whatever. Do I have the keys? I think I do have the keys. That's good.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards.
4 wins. I don't know if we get. We'll probably get more than that. Higher assigned scouts. Let's see what it looks like, man. Maybe we should break down the strengths. Looks like it's receiver, which I'm not mad at. But if 4 of the top 5 are receivers, god damn. Receivers, and then I could use a defensive tackle. To left end. I could use DEs. I'd probably go after DE. Receiver, and I like DE and receiver. First, I want to see if there's any quarterbacks. So maybe receiver and then quarterback, and there are a few, so I'll probably do receiver and quarterback, and then I do DBs as a 2-star scout. Um, so receiver and QB is that here. There's wide receiver and tight end. There's wide receiver and CB, and here is a 2-star wide receiver and quarterback. That's cool. Man. Okay. Doesn't have exactly what I want. Looks like we got a pivot. Wide receiver and tight end. Looks like there's only one that even has a mastery for wide receiver. So I'm going to hire this receiver scout, Johnny Rose, and fire this other scout, and it's going to have to be quarterback and receiver again. I want to look for quarterback and defensive end. Verb. Is there a QB? Okay, that's almost okay. Quarterback and receiver, it is that. I want the position expertise number one to be quarterback. Whatever. Garrett Reynolds, I'll hire you. And we do have guys focusing on DE and defensive tackle, which is actually good. 3 stars always going to be national. And this receiver and quarterback guy, hold on, let me check something. Let me check it. Receiver and tight end. Okay, so looking at the quarterbacks, we could really just focus in on one because we already got somebody with the quarterback, so that's national. West. Say, wait, seriously, no player from the West? Unbelievable. Okay. Looks like we're doing Southeast for quarterbacks. Now it's focusing right here. Defensive tackle and then DE. Let's see. Defensive tackle. Left, right end. Ooh, wait, no. It's national. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Okay, that's it. What about the West? The West has one. Okay. Central. Okay. Northeast. Okay. South. Okay. Looks like we're doing the Southeast. I'll probably do the Southeast. I already have the Southeast. Okay. I have the Southeast on where I want it to be, dude. Okay. How many players are? I think I might just go Central. No, because I need a defensive tackle. I think I might have to go Northeast. Oh no, dude, I don't want to go Northeast. Southeast is the best one, depth-wise. What about the West? The West? It's either the West or Central. My gut's telling me West. No, yeah, my gut's telling me Central, so I'm gonna go with Central. Alright. One more quick look at the depth chart before we go. Looks like it is good. It's all looking good. Alright, we're gonna go to mid-season now. We're always going to be shadowing the Chiefs, unfortunately. That's just a harsh reality. I don't want to do that. We're 4-3. I mean, we were 4-1 before we got absolutely obliterated by the Browns and the Chargers. Has to be our defense carrying. That's why our defense isn't playing well. Probably isn't going well. Again, we're not running the ball. Sorry, what's the cost to start it? O'Connell not running it. Trey Harris is throwing it though, or catching it, not though. And then we have 5.5 sacks from Max Crosby, a half sack. And Joe Carter only has 1 sack. Gonna see what I can do to try and get his production spike. Maybe it's probably getting more staff because we are running a 4-3 with like firing, trying to hire a better defensive coordinator that might support the 3-4, base 3-4. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, Jack Griffin. Hiring a new defensive coordinator, hopefully it gives us a spike in spike in production. Also going to check and see if they messed around with my depth. If they did, then I need to go check that out. Depth chart, let's go. Check. So it looks like actually the case was it's not John Wolford. Where did Aiden O'Connell go? Is he injured? Is he injured? Hold on, dude. Dude, wrong place, whatever. He is hurt. He's out for the season. He tore his MCL. So, he was doing pretty decent. It's unfortunate. I think I'm going to wait on the upgrades. Even though these are tempting upgrades, I'm going to wait on them a little. Now I'm going to go to week 13 for my focus players. Week 13, we're 5-7. The Titans are 4-7. We do have their picks, so that's important. We're going to look at the college players. We're going to see how that looks. There's a lot of receivers here. We already have some clarity on the quarterback. Round one, Jake Jackson and Gallagher. So that's good. It's always good to have clarity already. Let's check Freddie Warner. Playmaker archetype with good solid speed, decent looking athlete. It's like a great pass catcher, a good volume catcher. Bretton Freeman. There's still a lot of question marks where I don't want them to be. J.D. Fisher. It's looks like the best polished, looks like the most polished receiver here. Again, we'll wait. But we need left end, we need ends, DBs, tackles, all that good stuff. So it's probably in our best interest to zero in on these players right here, such as Taylor Sutton, who is a power rush archetype with great to elite speed. Taylor Sutton's going to be a focus player. We're going to look at these defensive tackles, see down the board, maybe we can continue to get a steal. This guy looks pretty decent. Let's see, finesse. Strength is good to great. Like he's a pretty powerful guy. Peter Samuel. Looks like a good athlete. I think our focus player is going to be Peter Samuel, that left, right end, Taylor Sutton, and we're getting enough clarity on receivers, so I think I want to just on quarterbacks. So I think I want to just lock in receiver. Freddie Warner. Freddie. Focus players, let's do it. Freddie Warner, Taylor Sutton. We're going to do two receivers, so I'm going to be. Ooh, this receiver's tall. Brenton Freeman. And that's it. And with that, we're going into a very late vibe. Trey Harris is very close to leading the league. I'm going to go to the playoffs, see if maybe we get there because we are kind of in the conversation for it. Maybe winning 4 of the last 5 games might sneak us in with a nice 9-8 record. With the Titans doing bad as well, we can try and do something better for ourselves. Maybe our quarterback can continue to develop. We might stumble on the quarterback. 6-11. Lost to the Titans, not exactly ideal. We did have a worse record though. Conference, so we do have half jacket. That's trade. Our quarterback did not do good, obviously. But Trey Harris did good. And Max Crosby did great. Abdul Carter spiked in production more. They're a lot better in the second half. Will Johnson with 5 interceptions. Making his mark on the defense, trying to hold it down. As Max Crosby led the league in sacks, and we did better than what I expected. Let's go to the Austin. Like I said, we're not looking forward to anything. It's going to be interesting to see how long we have Max Crosby before his salary gets too out of hand, but we're good right now money-wise. We don't need to let anyone go. We don't need to make any budget cuts as the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Again, it's back-to-back now for Philadelphia. Let's see how many. Nope. Let me not look at that. Let me look at the recap first. Close my eyes. All right. Looks like Marion Hampton actually won Rookie of the Year on offense, so it wasn't Trey Harris. AJ Washington did win defense. I'm going to check and see Marion Hampton. How good he do? Because he stole that away from us. Trey Harris. Wow, he really did deserve it. 14 touchdowns there, and I mean, it's definitely the touchdowns that got him to play. It's definitely the touchdowns for sure. I still do think Trey Harris should have won that over Amari, but neither here nor there. 16 total touchdowns will do that for you, though. As Will Johnson set the superstar. 6 upgrades, and they're all going to man for him.
And what effects they have in game. Abilities are available to both Superstar and Superstar X Factor players. Unlock ability slots by improving the player's overall rating.
One year, Will Johnson, 88 rating. Nice. AJ Washington, 1 defensive rookie of the year. Very nice. Okay. That 4 grades for Abdul Carter. Gonna change his X Factor though. It's gonna be unstoppable force. Yeah, but trying to trust him more on an island. Okay. I think that's about it. I think I'm done with the upgrades. I'll probably let these auto upgrade all except for Trey Harris. That's all going to playmaker. And that's why. Hopefully he'll jump up a couple of overall ratings. There we go. Jumped up to an 83 rated. I think that's it. All right, we have $135 million in cap. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take a second and make some food. I am really hungry and tired. Um, Basically dead. But I'll resign. It's dead. That's what I'm resigning. Samir White. Good depth. Old Melton. You're actually a slot. You're actually a slot guy. So Tyree Wilson. I'm not accepting your option. Greg Dortch. It's like we got this free agent. West Acosta. I'll give you a deal. We signed AJ Cole, Cameron Jordan, John Wolford, Tim Patrick, and Reese Hurts. I'm going to resign Reese Hurts. Never miss $100. I'm going to let these guys walk. I'm going to go to the free agency and then get something. I'm tired. Oh, man. Why can't I sign free agents? I can't sign free agents. What? I can't sign free agents. Hold on. Why can't I sign free agents? Why can't I sign free agents? Hold on. I'm confused. I have to skip 1 week of free agency because of that. Dude, I don't know who's here. I have to skip over a week of free agency. And I still can't. Dude. Trent Williams there. What is the problem? Where is free agency? Where is free agency at? This stupid game is so fucking buggy, dude. Where the hell is free agency? Is anyone making news? Hold on. I need to see something. Free agency is just straight up not here. It's just for me. Hold on. Every time Darius say John Smith, Jones. Tyler Lockett's here, definitely. Jay Reader, Joshua Blake. I don't know if there necessarily was anybody here that's good that I would have been interested in, but it's not like it's fucking free agents. Unbelievable. Can't sign free agents this year. And we do have some clarity on this receiver, top five. I mean, this receiver's round one. Freddie Warner looks really good. And now other focus players involved. This right end, who is round one talent, Taylor Sutton, had a good combine too. Looks really good. Defensive tackles, I would have liked more clarity. Peter Samuel, it's the guy I was yelled in. I'm gonna make food, guys. I'll be back. I'm gonna make food. Sauce it. Um, oh man, I'm back. Um, Obviously we have our defensive tackle, quarterback. If you're just tuning in, for whatever reason, I can't sign free agents. Um, Looks like we're just like this until we get to the draft. And I shouldn't pass the mock draft access, so I gotta go look at that real quick. We had the number 8 overall pick and the 25th overall pick. Just take 2 quarterbacks, unnecessary. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna trade up, and we're gonna go after quarterbacks from there. Tackle, top 5 needs. Go after those needs. Bears again have 2 second-round picks. They keep doing that every year. I will happily oblige. And then I'm going to trade back up to somewhere around the top 10. And it'll be 2 and I'm going to just do 2 and 1 this year. So obviously some team in the NFC that did bad. Has to be a team in the NFC that did that. What about the Panthers? Did I just check them? They did the Lions. Lions did terrible this year. What the heck? It's the Falcons that okay. Oh man. Okay, I'll offer you Darnell. I'll offer you Darnell Holmes and a 3rd round pick. Jeez, dude. No free agency this year because that's not even a fucking option. This stupid ass game.
Every career starts as a
All right. We're going to draft Freddie Warner number 1 overall. Second best player in the draft. Number 2, am I going to go quarterback or am I going to go right end? Because there is a quarterback that I want to draft. But again, there's 3 first-round caliber quarterbacks. There's Wes Gallagher, who's not exactly fast. There's Jake Jackson, who is fast. Looks very good. Looks like a great athlete. And then there's Gary Medlock, who's not fast at all. I think my favorite prospect out of all of them is Jake Jackson, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and take Taylor Sutton instead. I'm going to trade back up into the first. I'm going to trade with the Dolphins and get a quarterback. And if I have to, I will use both of my draft picks. I'll use a second, I'll use a fourth. I'll throw Aiden O'Connell up there in the deal as well. You guys have no cap space. Y'all can't even afford Aiden O'Connell. That's pathetic. Especially paying back each other $26 million. Now, what can I do? I'm going to do this. Hopefully this works. That deal would have went through if I didn't have to worry about Bobby freaking the key because your salary cap sucks. That's what happens when you have horrible salary cap. There. Then we're going to take our quarterback. Ben Christmas. Okay, cool. We're going to take Jake Jackson, in my opinion. He's a better quarterback. He's a little undermanned, 5'11", but he's fast. It's accurate. Looks really good. Jake Jackson, we're going to have him as a member. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the second round, and then we're going to have our fair share of defensive tackles to choose from on the board, as you can see. We have a fair share of defensive tackles to choose from. Now, Quentin Nelson. Wow, Quentin Nelson. Okay. No. Jose Oliver, my bad. One of the fastest defensive tackles in the draft with A power, B finesse, C impact blocking, C tackle, C awareness. Looks like a very middle of the pack guy. Cliff Barnes, 6'5", 297, physical, loves to utilize his spin as a counting move, swift arm over move in his arsenal, good discipline, wants to take away the ball. Looks like one of the better guys to draft at this juncture. Cliff Barnes. There's Marcus Holloman. He's a little stronger. I think I might just end up taking both. I think I might just end up taking both Cliff Barnes and Marcus Oliver. Why not? I'm going to start with Cliff Barnes. Selecting Cliff Barnes here. Ooh, he is not good at all. Okay. All right, looks like I'm just wait then. Looks like I'm just wait. He probably is good. It's just not the best pick in the world. All right. Got all of our clarity there. Any defensive tackles left? Couple of interesting prospects, like Eric McDowell, who's a very good athlete, just not good. Richard Kramer has F power move. I'm gonna look and see if there's any right ends left in the draft. Nope. Left ends? Also no. Let me just go to all positions and see if there's anybody good left. Larry Dawkins looks decent. There's a lot of receivers in the draft. Check out Dwayne Tyson. Good route. Nope. Any offensive linemen that are worth looking at? Oh, no. This left outside linebacker looks interesting. Jeremiah Hamilton. I'm gonna select Jeremiah Hamilton. Yeah, I'm not. Take a shot on him. Decent enough value. I say in my draft. I'm tired. I just want to sleep and be ready so I can eat. I'll probably stream or take a nap. I'm tired as hell. I'm tired as hell. And okay, so our draft was good. We ended up with an 81 overall. I was the second best player in class. I want to see who the best player in class actually is. 83 overall was that cornerback. So okay, that's good. That's good. We didn't need a quarterback. We ended up with a very nice draft class. It's defensive tackle. I mean, it's defensive tackle. It's not bad by any means necessary. It's just a very strong draft class. Question is, were there other defensive tackles that were good? Defensive tackle selected there. Defensive tackle selected there, 73. Defensive tackle selected there, 72. Defensive tackle selected there, 74. Defensive tackle 73. Honestly, I think we ended up unintentionally with one of the best defensive tackle in the entire draft, which is crazy. Okay. That is crazy. We ended up with the best defensive tackle. So we just reached on him, but he was still the best defensive tackle in the draft. I think this is where I cut it because I'm so tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna cut it here. Yeah, I'm actually about to end stream. I'm tired as hell, bro. I can't take a nap. I'll be currently rebuilding the Raiders. This is going into year 3, I believe. First year, second year. This is year 3.
Oh, okay.
We're about to go to the 2026 season. I don't know if I'll be back in the next hour and a half. We'll see. Um, it'll be interesting. This is where we're at with it. Team's obviously a little better, but I'm gonna go ahead and end stream now. Once we get back, 2026 Raiders. I just need some sleep. So yeah.